Oh, what a glorious day this is. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, your boy is 30 years old in a day, and this heifer Candace Owens has got the proverbial boot out of Turning Point USA. The only thing that made me upset about this is that I couldn't cover this story as fast enough as I possibly could. But you know what? Better late than never. Not too late, but still better late than never. So, the coonstress herself, Candace Owens, has finally got her comeuppance, and this is just a wonderful day. This is probably going to be one of the best Petty Pendergrass videos I've ever done, probably since Paris Denard. And that one was glorious in and of itself, and that was before I even had the moniker of Petty Pendergrass. I think that was probably the birth of it. But anyway, it has now come out that one Candace Owens is now no longer a part of that right-wing group Turning Point USA, basically because she couldn't do what she was set out to do, and she made some very striking comments that pissed off a lot of right-wing white people. Basically, she did the same exact thing that Paris Denard did. He pissed off the wrong white person. She's basically the female version of him. Now I'm gonna go ahead and read this article coming from the GT1 Examiner, and it's gonna give us a little bit more insight. It says Candace Owens quit as communications director for Turning Point USA. Let's just be real here. Candace Owens did not quit. She was forced out. She was forced out because they were getting ready to fire her. Right-wing activist and pro-Trump provocateur Candace Owens announced she is leaving Turning Point USA, a conservative student activism group. Her departure comes after some chapters of the group called for her to resign following the revelation that she had suggested the main problem with Adolf Hitler was that he wanted to globalize, saying if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. She also attracted criticism for her rhetoric about the Me Too movement and the murder of Iowa student Molly Tibbetts by an illegal immigrant. Basically, Candace got too comfortable. It's a saying that Professor Black Truth and Jason Black always say. The tools will always be broken. She was a tool, and she's been broken, and they no longer want to use her. She's going to be tossed to the side, and they're going to usher in another tool in which they're going to wash, rinse, and repeat that situation as well. She said via Instagram, I am both excited and sad to announce that I will be officially moving on from my role as communications director for Turning Point USA. Let's be real here. That bitch is upset. She is upset that she is getting moved out. She's being moved around. She thought she was untouchable. Candace, learn from the coons before you. You will never be invincible from their wrath. You just found out the hard way. Charlie, Kirk, and I never could have predicted how big things would get, since that day I was sprinting around a conference in Palm Beach trying to get anyone to give me a chance. I bet she did. We couldn't have predicted the Kanye tweet, we couldn't have predicted our breakfast with Antifa, and we definitely couldn't have predicted Ted Lieu, and yet here we are. Owens, age 30, said because she was busy with her Prager University podcast and a forthcoming book, she no longer felt she could be a dedicated communications director to an organization that is rightfully growing rapidly. She's trying to play the PC thing. She's trying to make it seem like she's being made to resign for a whole nother reason than what it really is. Let's be real here. The reason Candace Owens is resigning or being forced out is because she couldn't get enough coons to come along with her ride with the Turning Point USA thing. She didn't fulfill her duties with this job, so to speak, quote unquote. That's basically what it all boils down to. She added, I will of course still be speaking at all Turning Point conferences and will continue to chair the annual Black Leadership Summit in the fall. You mean the coon leadership? Because if it's anything like what I saw last year in the video that I did when I called it coonocracy, that's basically what that is. She is leading a bunch of coons, but that doesn't surprise me because she is, however, the coonstress. And let's just be bluntly honest here. Candace Owens is just a glutton for punishment. everything that spews out of her mouth, she literally has diarrhea of the mouth. That's all that comes out of her face every time she talks and opens her mouth to speak. She is not a voice for us. And when I say us, I'm talking about people with my mindset and everyone else who leaves comments and subscribes to my channel. She only speaks to a certain group of people, and to them trolls, because I know they're gonna come, because every time I do a video about Candace Owens, them clear colored cunts always come to my channel saying the most craziest things, talking about, don't talk about her, oh, she's not this, she's not that. Look, the chick is a dingbat and now she's out on her ass. She had to return to Blexit. By the way, a terminology that she stole from somebody else to create this whatever that means nothing. She stole that term Blexit from another source, but she'll never tell you that, and her damn followers ain't gonna tell you that either. But it's true. I think I covered that as well. I wonder what her followers have to really say about this. They're still gonna kiss her ass though. They're still gonna hang off on her, still saying Candace for president, which, let's be real here, that would never happen in a billion, trillion, gazillion years. It just wouldn't. No one is feeling Candace Owens like that whatsoever. I wonder what her white zaddy gotta say. You know, she paraded that damn engagement around as if she was about to become royalty. I'm sorry, Candace, just because you are engaged to a white man from the UK don't mean you are about to be in Buckingham Palace. And also, Candace, maybe you can take this time to go down to a CVS or a Rite Aid or your local beauty supply shop that carries products for black women and get something for that face, because I swear your face is extremely dry. It lacks moisture, and black people are known to have naturally oily skin. But when I look at you, I bet you if you rub your hands together like the Birdman hand rub, you could probably start a fire in the palm of your hands. That's how dry you are, in more ways than one. I'm so glad that this happened to her. It couldn't have happened to anybody better and much more deserving. I'm so glad that the Petty Pendergrass production is definitely here to witness this, because I didn't know when it was going to happen. I just knew that it was. Now what will be nice to happen is when it happens to Diamond and Silk, aka Polyester and Rhinestone. Those are the two idiots right there that I can't wait to finally get theirs, because they've been around for too long, and just seeing their face and them wearing them tired wigs they've been recycling for the last 5 years or however long we've had the displeasure of having to know them or know of them. It's just ugh. But that pretty much concludes this edition of Petty Pendergrass Productions. I am so glad that y'all were able to be here to witness this monumentous occasion, because it definitely is something to celebrate and revel in. Now, of course, you know I cannot close it out without allowing my sidekick, Petty Debbie, to take us out with her signature laugh. So, Petty Debbie, please take us out.